Hey guys, this is podcaster extraordinaire Bob Timmons. Podcaster ordinaire Bob Timmons. I want to give you a little heads up about the video you're about to watch. There isn't one. Unfortunately, we lost the original footage to this episode, but we did record some B-roll, and with a little creativity and some special effects sprinkled in here and there, I think we found a nice little workaround, so you might not even notice that there's anything wrong. So why don't you judge for yourself. Enjoy.
Giant question mark in space. Russians crash the moon. And Pink Floyd brainwaves on today's science-y episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!
That's pretty noticeable.
Welcome, everybody, to 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we write... What do we do? Damn it, Jeremy!
She's more of a science nerd, so...
Jeremy normally does the intro. Unfortunately, he's not here today, but...
So, 1, 2, 3 Jokes, if you didn't know... It's a competitive comedy podcast where we take 3 stories from the news and write 3 jokes about each story.
And decide who has written the funniest joke. My name is Carly Kastner.
My name is Ricardo Leon.
I am Bob Timmons.
I'm Amanda Kierberg.
I'm Vanessa Flores.
We talked about this before the show.
Sorry.
Our producer, Vanessa, and today we have with us a very special guest.
Now
Eric, come on, let's go.
Eric Stribling. Thank you.
Jeez.
You're going to never make it in Hollywood if you don't keep up.
And if you interrupt producers, that's certainly not good for all.
Yeah, you're going to have to fall back on this science thing you like. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, why we have a science theme today, guys.
Eric?
Oh, I don't know why we have a science theme.
We just do.
We just
Oh,
do.
what? I thought you were a scientist.
Didn't you guys have on like fucking Spider-Man the other day when I wasn't here?
Yeah,
He was so annoying.
I love that episode.
Okay, so maybe I misunderstood why we are having a science theme today.
Because we love science.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's true.
But you're not a scientist.
I work with Arizona State's Interplanetary Initiative.
Okay, so you're a
So
scientist.
I suppose I was brought on to talk
Scientist.
about the 2 space news articles that we're doing today.
Why so modest,
Yeah.
Eric? Why so modest?
Tell us a little bit about what you do in the Interplanetary Initiative and maybe about any programs that you're developing.
Oh, right. Well, I do teach some classes within the Interplanetary Initiative, and I also work alongside these 2 awesome people
Me, Bob Timmons. For any listeners.
Bob and Robert.
on an upcoming YouTube channel called Space for Humans, where we look at space technologies and how they are impacted, how they impact our collective well-being as a human species.
Very interesting. And funny.
It is funny.
It is pretty fun.
It is funny.
It is.
That's why we have Amanda writing it. And Eric is a great... Eric, you have to also tell them about your past as a...
About your past.
About your past training.
What Ricardo is alluding to is in high school, I was a clown.
Okay, you said clown?
That's why people kept calling him when they pushed him into the...
I was a clown to all these people. Explain.
Wait, red nose, white makeup.
The whole thing, the whole deal.
But like trained and certified,
Oh,
right?
well, yeah, I was part of a
Not
clown
amateur.
alley.
Be clear. You didn't like wake up and you didn't exist in the world as a clown. You would dress up as a clown for special occasions.
I mean, I didn't just like wake up.
Well, here it goes.
This is really good for podcasting. By the way, Eric is miming right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I didn't really understand what we were doing here.
So we have some.
It's like your comedy podcast, right?
We
Where
have
you
some
can mime.
folks that watch the video on YouTube. We also have a large group of folks that just listen to our podcast. So miming is kind of hit or miss.
Okay, so we could take this from the top. I could start miming, and you could do that closed captioning
do
with
this.
audio description. So
Okay.
here we go.
Yes. Eric, put your clothes back on right now.
So you were part of the clown alley, which is a group of clowns, or
so a flock of birds and a alley of clowns.
Wild.
Now, I'm not sure if anybody remembers this, but on our show, we changed that. We called it a giggle of clowns, which we think is more appropriate and more fitting for clowns.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Yeah, please do. At the next meeting, when you
guys pile into the same car. This is going to be a competitive episode.
And also, we're going to strike this set. This will now be clown focused. There will be no science whatsoever.
No science
When they
whatsoever.
vote, they honk their nose, and so whoever the honks have it. You know?
Well, if they say no, it's auga.
All in favor, honk your nose. Nays, awoogas.
So
The
all of that.
awoogas have it.
So for listeners, we have a lot of science accoutrement on the table right now. I have not been informed as to what's going to happen.
So a group of science things is called an accoutrement.
But this will be fun for me because I have no idea what's happening. And so it should be fun for viewers on YouTube as well. So what's happening?
All right, well, we are going to do some experiments today. So we have 3 beakers that we have prepped with different neon food coloring from Betty Crocker. And
We want to thank our sponsor, Betty Crocker, for allowing us to do this today.
Yeah, fuck you, Duncan Hines. Who asked you?
we've added some,
Science haters.
You might have done this in elementary school. We've added some vinegar and a little bit of sugar to hopefully help our roses absorb the food coloring. So maybe over the next hour,
Okay.
we are going to turn these white roses different neon colors.
And we're going to see which is the most saturated rose, and that's going to be assigned to each of our comics. And we're going to see if the roses predicted who's going to win this episode.
Wait, what about the middle one?
I think I get green.
We need one of those flowers to be in the middle.
So listeners,
there's some
flowers are
vinegar
being
in it.
placed in various beakers.
Well, you're cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then we're going to murder this cat.
That's for Patreon.
There may or may not be a cat.
That's
That's
the
not
bonus.
science, that's pagan magic.
Yeah, that's what. Well, sorry. We're recording our Halloween episode today, too.
And hopefully the killing of the cat will lead to a very, very prosperous podcast. So fingers crossed.
I'm looking forward to those crops.
I also want to...
Good harness.
An
yes.
accoutrement
Yes.
of crops.
Yeah.
I think it's called a giggle.
A giggle of crops.
Well, speaking of giggles, hopefully we can find 1 or 2 in round 1. All right, just to clarify, Eric, are you doing jokes?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
I've actually never done jokes before.
But you were a clown.
Well, that's different. That's miming and slapstick.
Spoken word comedy.
If you literally wanted to do slapstick for this, you can slap Carly all you want.
2 points.
Really sticking to her.
Yeah, if you want to do slapstick, you can slap Rick's dick. Round 1.
Thank you.
Dude, that's what you read that on the bathroom wall, didn't you?
You wrote it, so
Thank you for recognizing that.
he's like, slap Rick's dick, here's his number. He had them pre-printed, and he just puts a sticker up.
I just asked the custodian.
Slap your dick.
You can go get your dick slapped where you eat.
Oh, gosh.
Why are you eating in the bathroom?
Round 1.
Round 1.
We want to thank all of you that were listening to the show, checking it out because of the educational element.
I'm pretty sure we just lost our sponsorship.
Yeah. Sorry,
Come
Betty.
back, Betty.
Okay, round 1. People are freaking out over question mark scene in space. The James Webb Space Telescope recently captured a stunning new image of what scientists call a pair of actively forming stars. The photo shows a tightly bound pair of young stars known as Herberg-Haro 4647, surrounded by a disk of gas and dust, and dotted by distant galaxies and stars in the background. But eagle-eyed viewers were quick to seize on an even tinier detail at the very bottom of the frame, an orange formation in the unmistakable shape of a question mark tail and all. The photo went viral on social media after the European Space Agency shared it late last month, prompting them to clarify weeks later that it is not a hoax. Scientists say the punctuation-shaped object appears to be two or more galaxies merging. The intense process through which galaxies collide, the Milky Way itself, is the byproduct of one such merger.
All right. So now, Eric, you'll be doing jokes this round. Oh, this episode, I imagine. In this round, would you like to go first or last?
First?
All right. Hit it.
First Bob.
You think the question mark found by James Webb is interesting? Check out the colon on Uranus.
Damn.
I'm almost 40, so I'll need to look at it. Rick.
Sure. A closely bound pair of young stars sounds like clickbait for Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Zendaya. Late in the evening, scientists studied the image even further, and they noticed several more galaxies to the left of the question mark, forming the words "you" and "up." I need to stress that was late in the evening.
Yeah.
This question mark in the sky is a common example of pareidolia, the human tendency to perceive meaning in random visual imagery. This is not the first time this has happened. We previously saw a human face on Mars, and it's like that time I saw a face on my breakfast toast, and then had to wonder whether or not to butter my new friend.
Always butter your friends. They're your friends.
I'll do this one next because I believe that this is God asking the grand question, if we up.
Oh, man, Bob sniped you on that one.
I like that one.
I had a couple of tags on it, but I was going to say, and we're leaving him on red. See where that went. If that got a big enough laugh, and it's like, oh, wait, we got 3 bubbles. Like he's typing something to us.
I like that.
All right. And speaking of already chewed food, I don't know. I'm still more puzzled by space semicolons. Like, when and how do I use them again? I never remember.
For this next joke, could I have a volunteer? Oh, excellent.
Right. The person farthest from you?
if you wouldn't mind.
All right.
Ah.
I am currently putting in a bobby hat.
Oh, no, it's
my
Riddler
goodness.
pants.
So,
Oh, shit. Now I'm getting my food chewed.
Also, I don't know if they can see your pants. You might have to step out in front of the table.
And we are leaving all of this in
my
the video.
fly.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's why we specifically got the table that you could see. Whoa!
Okay, so Bob is wearing a cop hat.
Yeah.
And Eric is now wearing
Holy
a full
bitch,
Riddler outfit with the question mark pants.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be the hero in this. Otherwise, I'd be Batman, right?
It was a dull evening in Gotham when suddenly the sky lit up, not with the iconic bat signal, but with a bright question mark. The Riddler had done it again, but this time with a cosmic twist. He'd somehow taken a star hostage and replaced it with a massive question mark, taunting the entire city of Gotham, especially Commissioner Gordon.
That's right.
Donning his trench coat, he stood on the rooftop, gazing off to where the North Star had been. Oh, gaudy porgy! I thought the night sky looked rather dull. Fancy answering a riddle to make it right again?
Huh?
Don't you remember me? I'm the Riddler! Your arch nemesis, and I've stolen a star!
Can I talk to Batman real quick?
He's incapacitated at the moment.
Oh, nuts. That means that I got to do this then?
Yes.
All right. What's the question?
It's a riddle, you fool!
Uh-huh.
That's a very good in-character response.
Yeah.
What is my favorite color?
Favorite color. Okay. You're the Riddler. I remember that. I'm stumped.
No, please hazard a guess.
Does anyone else want to take a crack at it?
I know your colors.
Green. Is it green?
I have a colleague.
Hi, I'm the assistant cop. I just got here. Is it green?
And you'll never be a full cop because you're a woman.
It's like a Suits situation where I did something illegal, but I've snuck myself in as a cop.
Sorry, Riddler. We'll get back to
Sorry, we're talking about Suits real fast.
I'm waiting. The North Star.
Okay, so we're going to go
Is
with
it
green.
green?
We're going to go with green.
Damn it. Was I that obvious? Well, all right, Commissioner Gordo. I'll tell you how to fix it. Please speak to the universe. Explain to it the concept of a multiverse and tell it it's not alone.
Well,
You realize that
You do realize I accomplished this feat by giving the universe an existential crisis. So please explain the concept of the multiverse, and it will realize that it has friends.
the problem is I'm a creationist. I'm a devout Catholic.
Deputy?
So, the multiverse.
maybe that's why you had an advance, because you're a deputy, but you called yourself a cop assistant.
She keeps failing the test.
All right, so usually I do answer these types of questions for my commish. Basically, with the multiverse, you see what happened was there's two universes, and they exist parallelly, and there are multiples of them. And
There are two universes.
There's only two?
Parallel. There are multiple.
there's
of them.
multiverses,
Yeah.
and they all exist at the same time. You guys have seen the new Spider-Man. You get it.
And we want to thank our sponsors Across the Spider-Verse, now available on YouTube and Amazon Prime.
Yeah, we had one of them on our show last week. We all get it.
And also, he doesn't exist in this universe.
I'm not offended, even though I am DC.
Oh, that's right.
For a moment, the night was quiet. Then, with a flourish, the North Star blinked back into its rightful place, and with a wink to Gordon, the Riddler disappeared into the night, leaving Gotham a little brighter and certainly more entertained.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, we probably should have saved that for the end.
Yeah.
Masterpiece Theater.
Well, we can always invite him back.
You have to leave your question mark
the Riddler's
pants on.
not going to stay with us for the rest of the
Well,
episode.
the next joke is actually going to be that one guy that tries to sell you his book. You remember that guy? The question mark
No,
suit?
the money signs on his suit.
Oh, wait, they weren't question marks?
No, he was making a joke like he was the Riddler, but he had money
Oh,
signs on.
I see. Okay.
Unfortunately, we have more jokes.
You know what? So I waited to do my Riddler joke because Robert did the you up joke, which caused me to now have to go after this. So I say, I always thought of him as a low-level baddie, but the Riddler is upping his game.
It's too short.
Yeah, don't worry, there's not enough cast members in your Can there be a costume change in the middle of your joke?
That was the thing. Is like that was great, Eric.
Right.
But it
Thanks.
really fucked us.
That's true.
So just keep that in mind for any future.
All right.
You'll find out.
I do like the iambic pentameter, though. That was like really impressive.
It was really great.
Oh my God, it was so good.
And, I'm sorry I volunteered for that. Obviously, Carly should have.
You volunteered so quickly. Like, it was
I
instant.
thought it was going to be a prop.
Oh.
He thought it was a knock-knock joke?
He's trying to cause a problem.
Fewer and fewer young people are getting into astronomy these days, and I don't think this will change that. You know, like maybe if you found like a fire emoji out there or something, maybe that could really bring them in.
Yeah.
Now that will do it. Obviously, that's the finale.
See you next week.
Walk off on top.
Yeah. So we're going to go to our resident judge, Amanda. I have a feeling of how the points are going to shake out in this round, but go ahead and confirm that for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not start with Eric. Let's leave it until last. Seems like a good way to do it.
Are you giving awarding points separately for Eric?
This clown.
Dividing by how much time it took to tell the joke.
Well, the first quarter of it.
Comedy divided by time equals the tragedy.
That's how Shakespeare did it.
So, all right, we'll start with Rick. We had a great Zendaya joke. Gave that a nice solid 3.
The great Zendaya.
We had a You Up, which is absolutely where I would have gone with this story.
Oh, you hear
So,
that?
I mean, because didn't we already essentially send nudes out to space? So you should expect.
Oh,
that
they did? That big gold disc?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they are new.
We should expect You Up as a response.
It wasn't just nudes. There was some, music to set the mood. So,
Smokey Robinson.
right.
I would like you to get all. That's a good impression. Like, didn't I do a good one once?
Of who?
What's his face? The cosmos are infinite and
Carl Sagan.
cool.
No. Well, that's all right. It's all right. But
Let me
anywho, Amanda was
smash that ass. Choke on this.
No. All right, so so I gave You Up a 4, and then we closed with a Riddler shout out, which I gave a 4. I mean, poor Rick had to go 2 jokes after they were told it.
Chance plays a part.
Okay, so Rick closes out with 11 points. Then let's do Bob. Again, you get a 4 for a You Up joke, because I agree. And
Because are you up?
semicolon, I gave that a 2. I mean, I also think that a lot of people have trouble with semicolons.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so. It's not just me.
Need more fiber.
And astronomy emoji, close that out with a 4 because we want the youth to get into STEM. So let's be supportive. Okay, so Bob closes it out with 10 points.
All right.
Then we go to the Riddler / clown / Eric, who killed it. Unbelievable. Straight out of the gate with that Uranus joke, 5 points.
Straight out of the gate with Uranus.
Yeah.
Venus first.
Not waiting till the 3rd date for Uranus.
You up? Because I got something to show you.
All right, the pareidolia toast joke. I like you took me on a nice long story. I'll just give it a 3. And then 10 points
Whoa!
for our entire skit of Riddler. I felt like I was there. It was amazing. Yeah. So we close out round
Deep
1
in the heart of Gotham City.
with 18 points for Eric.
Can you edit some good music in the background of that story too?
Yeah.
Just your favorite song.
Like closing time or something.
30 seconds at a time. Popular tunes. But no more.
Now that's what I call Riddler motif.
That's a joke that not everybody's going to get.
Our listeners will.
Okay, so we close out round 1. Eric in the lead with 18. Rick number 2 with 11. Bob third with 10. I mean, good luck to you guys. Let's see how it goes.
Let me see if I can find like a gorilla costume.
I was going to start looking for my Batman costume.
Well, we got more space exploration in round 2.
And I'll be in the phone booth real quick.
What punctuation is he going to come out as?
Maybe Spideyhead returns.
I don't know,
No, he
but
left it at his apartment.
this time of month I'm coming out with a period. Okay.
Carly
Wow.
gets on the scoreboard.
Women. They have women humor.
Women be bleeding. Round 2. Russia's first lunar mission in 47 years smashes into the moon in failure. Russia's first moon mission in 47 years failed when its Luna 25 spacecraft spun out of control and crashed into the moon after a problem preparing for pre-landing orbit, underscoring the post-Soviet decline of a once mighty space program. Russia's state space corporation, Roscosmos, is that right?
Roscomos. Yeah.
Roscomos. How would you say in the Russian accent?
Razismokos.
Razismokos. Roses. How do you do a Russian accent?
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
You did it.
Yeah, go for it.
Razismokos.
You'll hear one later. Sure.
Okay.
I think you need to watch more Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah. Oh, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
That's not bad.
Russia's state space corporation, Roscosmos.
Okay, I think we're leaving going into Latino.
I think it's Razmakaz.
Those cosas.
Razmakaz.
Definitely not Razmakaz.
Razmataz, my favorite Jamba Juice drink.
Give him the old Razmakaz.
Razmakozoks.
Razmakaz. Oh, that's good. Anyway, that one corporation said it had lost contact with the craft after a problem as the craft was shunted into pre-landing orbit. The fuck me. Someone just do one real
The universe
fast
is
and then I'll
up.
know.
I am a Russian.
Oh god, that was not helpful. The apparatus moved into
fine.
an unpredictable orbit and ceased to exist as a result of a collision with the surface of the moon. Roscosmos said in a statement. The failure underscored the decline of Russia's space power since the glory days of the Cold War competition. Moscow was the first to launch a satellite to orbit the Earth, Sputnik 1, in 1957, and Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man to travel into space in 1961.
All right. Rick, do you want to start us off on round two?
Sure. An official statement has been released blaming the crash on foreign power and enemy of on the foreign power and enemy of Russia, moose and squirrel.
That was good. Moose and squirrel.
Yeah, you didn't think I was going to undercut my own accent. Jesus fucking Christ.
Help me.
It's a competition.
Jeez.
One small step for man, one giant heap on moonkind.
Roscosmos has announced that the Luna 25 mission ceased to exist after a mysterious crash landing. Huh, Putin was heard to remark. I could have sworn Prigozhin was on the flight register.
That joke is
Nice
too advanced
topical.
for me, I think.
Is that too soon?
No, it'll be too late by the time this episode comes. We'll explain it later, Carly.
Okay, it's fine. I'll Google it.
Bonus content. We'll just teach some geopolitics.
There's going to be an appendix.
We have a bonus news broadcast.
1, 2, 3.
Where we take real stories from the news and tell you them.
No jokes whatsoever.
Do you believe that Uri caused that crash? Duh. You see the vodka he drank at work?
All right, where to go from here? This war in Ukraine is not going so hot. What if we reclaim past glory by going to the moon?
You just reminded me of what's his name from Barry.
I don't know.
You know the guy.
Oh yeah, I know the guy.
What is it?
Soho Hank.
So
Yeah.
No Hank.
No Hank.
Hank.
Yeah.
No Hank.
Uh-oh.
What if we reclaim past glory?
Yeah. If I go to Soho, I
I changed my name. Soho
We
Hank.
go north, we go south.
but we don't go to Weeho.
Hijo.
According to Russian news media, the lunar special operation is going exactly according to plan.
Nice, nice.
That's a good point.
The Russian moon landing very successful. First time, no miss.
I like it. So again, more pre-chewed food here. Where unfortunately the craft did crash into the moon. There's nothing left, no survivors. I mean, no one was on board. That's what I meant by no survivors, because you can't survive if you're not even there. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there were no political opponents of Vladimir Putin on that craft. Now, don't tell me stop talking. I just want to make it clear. He's a very forgiving man, and he wouldn't do such a thing. Okay, I'm getting word that I'm going to be on the next tragic crash.
I'm going to be an astronaut.
Wish me luck.
Yeah.
And Eric, you got one?
So this is a little nerdy. I apologize.
That was the preface he gave to this joke. Barely
Not any of the
You know
other-
you did a one act about the Riddler, right?
I'd like to apologize for all the jock content up to this point.
Eric,
I know.
I don't know what they told you, but this is not one of these macho podcasts. Okay, so just dial it back,
Yeah.
So wait, I keep my shirt on?
preferably.
So there are nearly 7,000 spacecraft in stationary orbit around the Earth, meaning that their rotation matches the Earth's rotation. And this past week, Russia's Luna 25 achieved a remarkable new record for stationary.
Nice. I like how we're learning as well. We're learning and we're laughing.
I got distracted by my ADHD. I didn't get any of it.
My glasses are giving me a headache. Would you like them to focus?
Okay.
All right. Amanda, a resident judge.
Yeah.
What did you think of that last round?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. It felt like getting a whole RT news report. I mean, all the accents, all the propaganda. I mean, it was,
And
yeah.
that's what you want your news is government stations.
Government
News
station
telecast.
jokes.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so let's start with Eric this time. Eric came in with some great connections to real life events with the Prigozhin joke. So I gave that a nice 4. Then we had a joke about how, RT News is propaganda, another nice 4. That stationary bit, which I was pretending a little. I also kind of zoned out there.
Sorry, it happens to me all the time.
I appreciate the openness.
It's like, I got that whole thing. It was so funny. You guys aren't smart enough to get it, I guess. I gave that a nice
I think
3.
if you communicated it through mine, we might have been able to keep up.
Yeah, we're visual learners.
All right. Okay, so let's go to Bob. Then we had the giant heap. I don't remember
ship.
exactly. I just It was a giant
Of ship or of ship?
A giant heap of solid
Yeah, one
junk.
small step for
One
heap.
giant heap. Okay,
For
so
moonkind.
nice 3. Reclaiming our past glory. I gave that a 3. I don't know. Maybe that was a 4.
Yeah, bump it up.
Yeah, we can say.
Bump it up. Bump it up. Bump it up. Bump.
Well, this is weird. This is usually not an encouraging crowd. I'm a little surprised.
Push it down. Push it down.
Okay.
Take back those points. Take back those points.
All right. Then we have
No more science, Carly.
Get your beaker on the floor tonight.
Yo, I might have been too gracious with those points.
How many
All night
points?
long.
Amanda, continue.
No, we sure. We could do some more music.
Let us continue.
No, it's fine. Okay, so then we closed out with the No Survivors, which again, you took me on an amazing journey. It's great.
Did someone say journey? Bum ba da da dun dun. Our producers cutting us off.
Giving us some feedback.
Our producers
I
saying
think she said
no.
Mo.
Mo singing? Mo problem.
All right, well, misheard. That's
Okay, so I gave that a nice 4. Then we go to Rick. Okay, Moose and Squirrel. Awesome. Even though, we'd already talked about it a little bit, still hit strong. Gave that a nice 4.
My bad.
I'm going to have to take all my Riddler jokes out of the next round.
Okay, then the second one I wrote vodka. I don't remember exactly, but
You see the vodka he drinks? He drinks bad vodka.
yes, yeah, you drank a lot of vodka. Okay, I gave that a nice 3. And then the No Miss, I gave that a nice 4. Really enjoyed that one. And we close out the round I'm going to work on this with everybody. 11 points.
11 points.
Everybody got 11
We got
points that
communists
round.
over here.
Everybody.
The same amount of points.
So,
But some points are worth more than others.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
But it's fine because the prior round that did not happen. So let's update with where we are. That's not right. Just a sec. Okay. So we have Eric in the lead still with 29 points. Rick following up with 22. Bob with 21. Carly with 6.
I have points?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
In communist society, we give points for menstruating.
Okay, speaking of bleeding, I'm not noticing any color in our flowers yet. So, how long is
No one was
it
going to
supposed
bring that
to?
Is it supposed to be? I was almost going to do the accent again. Is it supposed to, because I'm so good at getting in the character. Is it supposed to be doing that so by now?
It said like in an hour we should start to notice.
We're going to level with you.
Well,
we didn't
it's-
do any research.
7 hours, right? Since we started.
Can I?
We're going to need to stall for time.
It's fine.
I don't know.
do like a quick little mix.
Look, yeah.
Wait, I won't do the blue one. Let's see if only the other colors that I mix do it. See, that's a real scientific.
Yeah.
This is,
I think if you put it in upside down, it would work better.
doesn't fit. No.
This is why we should have asked a scientist. Just to be clear, Russia today is currently reporting that all of those flowers have changed to miraculous colors.
All right, let me put the other.
You've tainted the experiments.
No, because I left the blue one.
Control.
Then the blue is the control.
Control group.
The other colors, if they go faster, then we know it's from my spinning and swirling.
We have one control and one that we just fucked around with.
All right. Well, I think we know who's going to win this episode, but as far as the flowers go, anything can happen in round 3.
Or nothing. Also nothing.
Literally nothing could happen.
Scientists have recreated Pink Floyd's Another Brick in the Wall using patients' brainwaves. I didn't quite understand what was going on in this story, so maybe your jokes will help
So
me make
high.
sense of this. Yeah, man, I don't really quite. Should I say this like I'm high listening to this?
If you like.
The breakthrough was spearheaded by neurologist Robert Knight. Knight.
The Dark Knight?
Anyway,
No.
Robert Knight, who decoded electrical activity from the auditory region of the brain where sounds are processed, man, from 29 patients undergoing surgery for epilepsy. Oh, the patients had
Like
electrodes.
this character, but they talk faster.
The patients had electrodes placed on their brains during the procedure.
I actually think the flowers will change.
And were played
yeah, we'll just take our time.
And we're-
The film later.
and were played a 3-minute version of the Floyd classic, my favorite. Artificial intelligence was then used to decode the recordings and rebuild them into an audio file that's recognizable. Another brick in the wall. It sounded a bit like they're speaking underwater. Oh, this is a scientist. Hold on.
This is organic intelligence.
It sounds a bit like they're speaking underwater, but it's our first shot at this, said Knight. Now that we know how to do this, I think we can change a couple of things. The sound quality would be much better.
All right. I'll go first. This is not to be confused with Pink Floyd brain, which of course is a euphemism for being on shrooms.
What?
Neurologist recreates Flink.
Blink 182? I love them.
It's a different
Pink
neurologist.
Floyd.
Neurologist recreates Pink Floyd song using brainwaves. Brainwaves tell him, we don't need no thought control.
We don't need no thought control, but this advancement in brainwave technology is the first step in getting it.
Yeah, we don't need it, but we want it. The recorded audio isn't exact, but it's recognizable. Like, it would get polite applause at a karaoke night.
Former President Donald Trump has returned to the platform formerly known as Twitter. He posted his first message to the site in over 2.5 years, immediately after surrendering at an Atlanta jail. His first phone call was to Dr. Robert Knight to inquire about purchasing his new brainwave machine, saying, "I'll finally get to tweet directly from my brain, no filter."
That's horrifying.
I didn't realize there was a filter. I feel like he's literally doing tweets from his brain.
Now that we know how to do this, I think if we changed a couple, they say this in this is a direct quote from the story. Sorry.
Why are you looking in my eyes and saying that?
I told you never to look
you're
me
the
in
story
the eyes.
person.
Do you? Okay.
You've embodied stories.
Yeah, but you
Now
gotta
that we
say
know
it
how to
like
do this, I think that we changed a couple things. This is what they say. I think if we changed a couple things, the sound quality would be much better. Get a beanbag chair, get some blacklight posters, fucking blaze up.
This was also done with the band Fish, and the brain waves, they seem to show the pattern of a white guy with dreads.
I just breaking character right here. Ricardo, I know I've cut you off all evening. I was going to sort of invite a special guest for this last joke, so I don't know if you want to go in front of me.
No. We'll see who this guest is.
Is it evening?
It was another dull evening, and I actually need another volunteer.
I'll go with somebody else.
I'll do it.
Yeah, Amanda.
All right. So
Oh
I have some Catwoman glasses
Okay.
For no reason.
for no reason.
Love being blind.
I was a little nervous you were going to pull out a Dorothy costume.
There is actually.
I have the skin-tight Catwoman outfit.
If you play my brainwaves backwards.
if you do need a deputy assistant, there is no cat on the
Yeah.
intro to your zombie.
here's
I
your
am actually curious why.
assistant cat.
Thank you. Why does no cat say no to life?
You should ask that question.
That's
Mark.
a big question.
It's Catwoman and Kitten Woman.
Kitten girl.
Yeah.
Kitten baby.
It was another
Kitten day.
dull evening in Gotham. The moon hung low, casting long shadows over the asphalt. Dr. Robert Knight had just wrapped up another day of groundbreaking research, manipulating brainwaves to decode Pink Floyd songs, when he realized his prized brainwave reader was missing. Simultaneously, in some dingy lair somewhere, covered in question marks and green glitter, Riddler was cackling maniacally. I'll use this to transmit the most infuriatingly confusing riddles directly into the minds of Gotham citizens. They'll be so baffled as to be completely paralyzed with indecision. Or not.
You're good at coming up with evil plots.
He's a scientist.
Also, like one hair, it's driving me crazy. Can I just get it real fast? Oh
For
God,
our
it's
listeners at home.
so sorry. It's so long, and I can't. All right, go
So
ahead.
not only
sorry.
does Commissioner Gordon have an assistant,
Yeah,
Riddler
yeah,
has an assistant.
Mom, get out of my lair!
Honey, I was gonna iron your question mark pants.
Another exclamation points! Mom, you're interrupting my maniacal laugh. Oh, it's gone.
You get
Riddler.
that laugh from your father.
Riddler Senior.
Please, I'm the Riddler. My father is Mr. Riddler.
Your father actually was Latino, and he did the upside down question mark. I'm glad I got Vanessa with that one.
And also,
You wrote that joke specifically for me.
I also like the idea, like, honey, you don't know this about your father. He was Latino.
Well, he never met his father. That's why he questions everything.
That was his first riddle. Who's my father?
It's a crossover between Batman and Mamma Mia.
So many points.
And a really tragic backstory.
Half Latino.
The Riddler continued to laugh maniacally.
He didn't even finish the last
Ja, 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 ja.
But then he heard the soft thuds of boots behind him. He turned around to see Catwoman. Her eyes narrowed.
Yeah.
Eyes.
You racist.
Oh, riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of a little puny black cat? Oh, Selena, the less famous version. Not Gomez. Trying to foil my little plans again. Well, it won't work. My heart wants what it wants. That's a Selena Gomez song, if you didn't catch it.
Oh, wow. This is a deep cut.
The Riddler tries to be very punny.
Right.
Yeah, and Deep Cuts was a Taylor Swift song.
And what my heart wants right now is for you to answer a little riddle. What's in my pocket?
Oh, he took my burning question.
Is that a question mark, or are you just happy to see me?
Pump it up. Pump it up.
Oh, she said it.
I'm sorry. I require a serious response.
Yeah.
That's why I came on this podcast.
Seriously.
I don't even remember what we're doing right now.
Look, I have pre-written an answer.
In his pocket, though.
Well,
seriously, what would be in his pocket? Could Catwoman
it's a
phone
joke,
a
so it
friend?
could be
I think it's.
we're supposed to be.
Okay, Amanda.
Fine.
I mean, Catwoman.
Fine.
I think it's. I'm her assistant.
Yeah.
I think it's
so much.
It's Dark Side of the Moon's.
See, Carly,
Is it an LP?
again,
Is it a Pink Floyd LP?
Would you like
you're
to?
not an assistant. This time you're a henchman.
Yeah.
No.
Get your titles right.
I was the mom,
You're a
but
villain
she
helper.
left to go do more laundry, and now I'm Cat's assistant,
Okay, please.
puppy girl.
Let me ask.
Quit trying to make that work.
Quit trying to make puppy girl happen.
Okay. All right. Let me check with my cat. Okay. We're gonna guess something. Okay.
It's an album.
It's an album. You have an album by Pink Floyd in your pocket?
Oh, damn it again! Am I so obvious? It's almost as if I'm a trope. Fine. I can't keep my hands to myself.
Whoa!
Another Selena Gomez song.
Oh my goodness.
Was this story about Selena Gomez?
You know, today's Pink Floyd.
Look, if Riddler happens to be what do you call a Selena Gomez fanatic?
I have no idea.
A gomaniac. A gomezaniac.
Fine, I'm a Gomezaniac.
Goodness.
Don't judge me. Before he could finish, Catwoman swiped the brainwave reader with her whip and aimed it back at him. She pressed a button and suddenly...
Uh-oh.
And suddenly the internet went out.
Mom! Mom!
Can we edit that in post? Riddler's own brain was flooded, not with riddles, but instead with a Selena Gomez song stuck in his head forever. Kill them with kindness.
Learn a
Honey,
lot.
dinner's getting cold.
Oh, man.
Rick, your joke?
Did you know if you
like, oh
see
no.
this podcast up to nah.
Your glove is getting progressively more and more. You're like the whole.
Mutating.
Oh my god.
Ah,
right.
boy.
It's, no. It's
Just ripped it.
just this podcast. If you listen to it with Dark Side of the Moon, it syncs up.
All right. So that will do it for round 3. Now, again, I have a feeling of who the winner's going to be. But, Amanda, go ahead and give us the lowdown on what the points are,
Okay.
if you like.
I'm getting there. All right, so let's start with Rick. We began with the thought control. Okay, I can read it. I can read
totally
it.
forgot what the story
I can
was.
read it.
I completely forgot.
Selena Gomez. Dummy.
Honestly, yeah. So thought control. I gave that a 4.
Wait, are you a big Selena Gomez fan, or did you have to look all those up?
Yeah.
I'll never
I
say.
plead the 5th.
What's the coolest answer?
Yeah, look left, look right.
My female girlfriend loves her.
Even though she's Canadian, she's still really she crosses the border.
Just like my dad long ago.
But the other
Guys, I'm still mad at Bieber.
Okay, so then we had some kind of mise en scène coming in for Pink Floyd with the beanbags vibe. All right, I gave that a 4.
set and setting.
And then the Dark Side of the Moon syncs up. I gave that a 2 because I didn't realize at first that was the joke. I thought it was just banter. It's hard sometimes.
I should have put on festive pants.
It's a good thing we can all see my legs.
Someone's joking. Festive pants.
How do you know if someone is joking? They wear their pants.
Could have just said really though.
Is the title of this this episode going to be Festive Pants?
Oh.
We'll see how they come into play.
Are they festive?
All right.
Okay, so then we go to Bob. We had Pink Floyd Brain, 3 points. Polite Applause at Karaoke, 3 points. White Guy Dreads, 3 points. Just a nice round of 3s. Pretty solid.
Sure.
All right, and then Eric. Okay, so Eric had our first introduction to the We Don't Need No Thought Control, so that got a 4. The No Filter Donald Trump one, that one hurt a little, so that got a 3. And then
You
we
can't
have,
put that on there.
no, I'm going to though. Someone needs to take that blame.
To make sure
close.
And then we had a very awesome, again, visit from the Riddler, during which I got lost at several points. So thank you for reminding me what the answer to the riddle was. Everyone else at the table.
Right. Selena Gomez.
Okay, so we closed out this round with Rick had 10, Bob had 9, Eric had 17. So that means in the end, Rick 32 points, Bob 30 points, Eric 46.
Wow.
Foiled again by the Riddler.
Yeah.
What an intense lead.
Oh, and Carly had 16. Good job.
I got beat by 30 points.
Hardly all punctuation here.
But you got beat, not even trying. Rick and I actually attempted. So, well, congratulations, Eric.
Yeah, honestly.
It's quite a drubbing you gave us.
What a stellar debut on this episode.
Thank you for joining me in my giggle.
I'm just kind of sad that Jeremy missed it because he would have been really excited to play all of your characters.
God, yes. Yeah, he would have been such a good Catwoman.
We'll have to set up a play date.
Yeah, that's why you don't miss episodes, Jeremy. Anyway,
Now, before we get to Carly's and her segment, her questions, let's take a take a look at these roses.
Oh.
And the winner is?
Now, I'm not sure if my eyes are playing tricks on me.
Look.
Maybe it's the lighting.
This is why I'm a social scientist.
Yeah, they're definitely all still white.
Have the stems changed at all?
No.
No, nor would we necessarily anticipate that.
Maybe we should leave them for the week and see what they look like in next week's episode.
All right.
They're all brown and dead.
It worked.
Just like the Riddler's extended family.
Just half of the family.
Just
Mother, I told you never to clean my question marks.
All right. Well, we'll give the flowers a little bit more time, see what happens. Carly, do you have any burning questions?
Oh, yeah. I got a question for you. What would you rather? Live on Mars or die? Burning question. Yes, and I'm going to need the Riddler hat for this.
Okay.
All right, so the
Do you
Riddler...
need the eye?
Oops. No, I'm good
mask?
on the eye mask. I'm
Do you
just going
need
to
the
wear
pants?
the hat. So, I'm going to be the Riddler now, and you gave me a good idea. I'm going to ask you guys some riddles, and we'll see who can get them. Okay. What has...
It was a woman.
was a woman.
All of these
Write it
are
down.
misogynistic riddles, so the answer is always going to be a woman. Okay, so for real, what has a head and a tail, but no body?
I didn't
coin?
pay attention. You
Yes.
put the mask on.
What was it?
Coin.
A coin.
Oh.
Coin.
But
Okay.
a lot of them have bodies, the dead presidents.
It's usually a neck and a butt.
Oh.
Okay, ready?
They don't do it like a full body.
Well, they should.
A glamour shot.
Which letter of the alphabet has the most water?
The C's?
Yes, the C. Oh my God, you guys are really good at this. All right, we'll do one more.
If I don't get one, I'll die.
All right, everyone get this before Ricky. What gets bigger the more you take away?
Nothing.
A hole.
A hole.
Damn it. That's right.
That
Ricky,
one
do you
I've
want me
heard.
to do one more? I feel bad.
Do one
Okay.
until I get one.
Okay.
And the roses get colored.
Let me find another good one. Okay. I am. Oh, hold on.
A writing desk.
I am easy to lift but hard to throw. What am I?
The game.
No. Easy to lift but hard to throw.
Spirits?
Oh, that's a really good one. You know what? I'm going to accept that as an answer, but it's not the answer the website gives. But that is a valid answer because it's easy to lift. Well, no. So spirits are sometimes hard to lift.
Sometimes.
No.
What about your voice?
No, because I can throw my voice.
Are you over there?
No, I'm over here.
There's method where I keep my voice here and over there.
Okay, you guys want to hear the answer?
Yeah.
A feather.
No.
Oh. Like that was real.
That's what I thought. Sorry.
We want to thank you for watching or listening to 1, 2, 3 Jokes today
Brought to you by Betty Crocker.
in science.
Science.
The
Specifically
scientific
science.
method. Because we thought we had an hypothesis.
We had
Hypothesis.
the hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse, that's math.
I know that. If this was a math episode, I'd do so good.
We thought that we could elevate the content here, and turns out we couldn't.
Well, we just proved that it takes either more time or that this doesn't work.
We proved that. Yeah.
Oh, we did it.
Join us at our Patreon, $3 a month.
That's right.
Bonus content will show you flowers that aren't white.
That sounds racist.
Yeah. So
Sounds that way.
you can support this show that hopefully you enjoy. If you go to Patreon for just $3 a month, of course, you get bonus content soon. But there is some there for you to enjoy. But you also got our back catalog of episodes, hundreds of science experiments gone wrong. Just tons of great content. And all for just $3 a month. But more than anything, you're just supporting the show that you enjoy. So please do that. And if you can't afford that, if you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for new episodes, and share with other people say if you like you'll like this show. Probably, maybe, probably not.
Yeah, don't like do too much because then it's too high of expectations.
Sure.
But if you just tell them you listen to like a mediocre show,
We got guest stars like the Riddler's mother.
Assistant to cops.
Kitty, baby kitten, kitty woman,
Goodbye.
forever. Okay, and with that, I'm Carly Kastner.
I'm Ricardo Leon.
I am Bob Timmons,
I'm Amanda Kerberg.
I'm Vanessa Flores.
our producer.
I'm Eric Stribling, otherwise known as
And this has been another scientific episode of 1, 2, 3 jokes.
Ooh, that'd been cool if you lined it up on camera.
Yeah.
I like how you just like blew it right over the announcement of he's the Riddler. I'm the.